guys woke up at 6 again. We went down, grabbed some food, and again, the girls woke up a bit later and they followed us. French are amazing when it comes to food. You probably knew this already, but I didn't know this. So they took a croissant and they wrapped it around a piece of meat, then glazed it with cheese, and it's literally one of the most delicious things I've ever had. Again, the guys got up early and we headed out to town. I got these giant things of Orangina, which it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but they really like it, and luckily for them, they can find it in the States. I don't actually know the plan for today, but I do know that today is Sunday, so doubtlessly we're probably going to go to some kind of church service, and we're also going to go to a museum about the separation between the Protestant faith and the Catholic faith, so that's going to be very interesting. Then we packed all our lunches and started driving, and driving, and driving. Now, in all honesty, I haven't really been taking photos with my phone for a while because, you know, there was a while when I could take really good ones, pictures with my phone, but then for some reason, all of a sudden, I couldn't take any picture on a phone that didn't look incredibly bad, so I just stopped. Well, today I picked up my phone camera and decided to just try and take a couple pictures. Lo and behold, again, I could take good pictures with myself, which considerably ate my cell phone's battery. What? Who's talking to me?
Uh-oh, you're in trouble.
Who's in trouble? What's going on?
Are these to share?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
My cash is hard to share. Good.
Thank you.
Just don't eat the whole thing.
Oh, my
Eventually, we ended up here in this museum. As I had previously mentioned, I just figured out how to take some pictures. Here's a link to a panorama I did that morning. And so I kind of forgot about this thing for a while, and at the museum I mostly just put pictures, and so I'm going to describe the pictures and what happened.
Huguenots were a branch of Protestants in the early 16th century. The biggest thing they wanted was the ability to read their Bible in French, to understand the text of the religion they followed. The Catholics, they didn't want this. You know, if you translated the Bible, you could lose some meaning, and they didn't want that, so they were against this. Which is fine. The issue was they didn't want anyone else to be, you know, non-Catholic, and were willing to kill people if they didn't, you know, become Catholic again. Now, a bunch of people, including this guy with a hat that is way cooler than yours, wanted to fight for this, so they hid Bibles, they hid their friends. If they were caught, though, yeah. So they would meet in darkness and shadow and use hollowed-out barrels as altars to keep their words safe. I'm a Catholic, and that's not going to change, but I'll be honest, if they weren't reading us the verses in English, if I couldn't read my Bible and figure out what I believed, I don't think I would be right now. And it's amazing what they fought for to gain the right to understand their religion.
So after that, we all got back in the car. We were driving, and all of a sudden we just stopped on the side of the road, and there was this path, and we walked, and we walked, and we walked. And then we saw the mouth of a cave. Check this out, we're in a cave. I love spelunking. And unfortunately, it's not... You okay?
We're good.
Fortunately, I don't really have a way to light this up well enough for you to see. I'm going to try with my other camera. Oh my gosh, this thing actually works. We can see in the dark pretty much. So we're currently in a cave.
High school adjust
So you said this was where they hid? I haven't been in a cave for years, and I love it. I just love it.
Nobody hang out. Nobody can take it. It's my New York hangout. This is awesome.
Whoa,
Ian, put it up.
saw the light.
Put the light up.
That is so cool.
I know.
I'm trying to break one of these off.
No, don't do that. No, don't break it.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Watch the whole.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it.
Only after paying some convictions.
Only after
Now
hours.
there's you trying this one?
Dude, so swear.
Oh, it does. Watch her pretty cold.
Yeah, we already said that.
Quit your light down. Oh my gosh.
Somebody could.
What if that was like a continuous hole?
Guys, the tunnel still goes on.
It does. That's how tunnels work. They're tiny little streams.
Then he's going in.
It does?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Oh, you down there?
Once you cleared all that
I'll
out,
take a photo down there.
just don't break your phone in. Sorry, pretty bad. Don't trip, man. I need you alive. Oh, sheesh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Remember, this was formed over so much time. Just tiny bits of water. That's just incredible.
Sound like Bear Grylls. It's just incredible.
I mean, it is.
No, it is.
Okay.
There's a bat.
What? There's a bat? What? Okay.
I think this was worth the hike.
Is this as far as we're going?
Unless you want to go in the hole.
Let's.
Like lighting candles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's as far as the cave goes. What's with the candles? What? What did you say? Oh, hang on.
It's Rocky Mountain Highway.
we can have an old podium up here.
This is so awesome.
That's like preaching.
What do you think?
It's super awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be like my new hangout.
It's not a bad place to hang out.
You know, it's like air conditioning, cool.
Knock all of us down.
So, whoa, we just had church service in a cave. A cave where Protestants from years ago hid here to avoid being found. And I saw a bat zip right by me. We shared the bread. We sang some songs and shared some thoughts, and it was really, really cool. We're now headed back down, which, if I remember correctly, we walked down here a bit more than we walked up, so this is going to be a bit more of an uphill. I'll let you know when we're at the end of it. So, we just finished all of our wanderings through that cave and our Mass for Sunday. By the way, I finally figured out why we weren't doing work on the first 2 days. It was the weekend. Duh. I it kind of gotten to the point where I wasn't actually thinking about the days of the week as days of the week. I was just thinking of them as a countdown to when I'll inevitably have to leave. Tomorrow is when I imagine we're going to start doing the more serious work. And I'm excited for that. I guffed up my shoes a bit, and the bag a bit. I'm going to try and clean them when I get back. Yeah, the hair didn't end up getting cut. You see, their hair cutters are very, very busy. Although on the I went over to one, and their schedule was full for the next like 3 or 4 days, and there's nothing they've got then at a time when I know I'll be able to do it. So I'm just kind of waiting. But on the bright side, my hair doesn't look so absolutely terrible as it used to. So that's good. We're headed, I'm not sure where, but it'll be cool, and you'll see it. We're resting for about an hour, then we're gonna have dinner, and then it's gonna be a day off. Tomorrow we're gonna start the actual worship and missionary stuff, and that'll be interesting. Last night with a couple of the girls, I went out and we all had some desserts, some French desserts. I got a Roy Rogers and a creme brulee, because it's in France, so you get a creme brulee. Anyone who doesn't know what a Roy Rogers is, it's not alcohol. It's literally a cherry Coke, but not like from a can, like real cherry Coke. They take Coke and grenadine, and it's amazing. By the way, a cool thing about France, they don't like just pour it in. They give you a Coke bottle, and it's icy, and you pour it in yourself. Although the downside is they don't have free refills. So apparently, when Italians came over for a month to study in America abroad, they were obsessed with free refills and took them every chance they got because they didn't exist over in Europe. Anyway, off topic. We had some pretty good discussions. It went from very, very silly to very, very serious, and with very little in between. One thing we talked about was our opinions of France, and one of the girls was basically saying she loves it here, it's beautiful, amazing, and she's totally having fun. But she didn't think she could live here. Like, she didn't think she'd be raising a family here. And I, actually, I've been thinking about this for a while, but I pointed out to her, actually, well, I've always, known I'm gonna be a father, and I'm gonna love it, and I'll be excited for that. I've never really daydreamed about raising a kid or growing old. In fact, I've very, very harshly feared age and have thought of growing old with a shudder, even to 30, which isn't even old, or to 50, which is only oldish. But as I walked down these streets, I kind of saw these ghosts of my future children, and of me with very, very gray hair, and just kind of smiled. This is the first place I've thought of where I could imagine myself having a very normal job, a very quiet life, where I wouldn't mind getting old, and where I really, really, really thought about getting kids. I mean, I've always intended on getting kids, and I've always loved the idea of them, but I just kind of spent
once we were walking through the town, and I stopped for a good minute and fell behind because I looked at this area and just imagined kids, my kids, playing there. I don't know. Something about this place feels like, I don't know, like I'm supposed to be here. Anyway, I'm off. I'm gonna hang out with the people and then have dinner and then do more stuff. So, apparently we were going to have a very slow and quiet evening to rest up for tomorrow's work. You know, everyone else was chatting, but I've kind of been inspired, and I did research on jobs regarding astronomy in France, education for astronomy in France, and the French language. And at first I thought, oh, this might just be another flash in the pan thing, like, you know, the million other projects I've attempted and failed. But I don't know. This felt different. Not like all of the books I've tried to make. More like the video vlogs, which, well, I'm not always getting them right. I'm trying. And I'm keeping up with it pretty consistently. Wouldn't you agree? Anyway, so I'm gonna do, but apparently, this guy who's super cool, just peeked his head out a window because I was down in the patio, just doing French, and he shouted, "Hey, get your swimsuit on. We're going to swim." So I'm currently changing. See you in a sec. We're good.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my